Hey, what's up guys? So today we're going to be making vegan sloppy joes. Let's get right into it.
So we have all our ingredients here. We have 2 tomatoes that I got from my garden, an onion, 2 bell peppers, garlic. We have the Manwich sloppy joe sauce as well as the soya extra firm tofu. So now we're getting right into the prep work. All I'm going to do is just dice up the onion. And also go ahead and put, the onion in like a bowl or a container. And this could be done ahead of time, and that way when it's time to cook it, it's that much easier. It's less work later on. And moving along, we're going to do the same thing with our green bell peppers. As you could see, I walk away for a moment. I just washed the pepper out and got all the seeds out and dice it up. And again, same thing, throw it in a container, leave it on the side. And then we're going to get right into the garlic. I'm just using 2 cloves here. And the garlic, make sure you have a nice fine dice. And lastly, we have the tomato. You could dice this up. I left it a little bit bigger chunks. And this we're going to throw in towards the end of cooking. So we're going to throw in our tofu. Before you do this, I did this ahead of time. I didn't film it, but I just want to let you guys know it's very simple. In a bowl, take your tofu, strain it out of the package, get the water out of it. Doesn't have to be perfectly dry. Throw it in a bowl and just take a fork and mash it up. It's going to mash up really easy. Just press the fork down into the tofu. And then when the tofu was all mashed up, all I did was take a pan, sprayed it with a little bit of Pam, heated it up to about medium heat. I threw it on the pan and I time-lapsed this, but the tofu went for about 5 minutes. I got, a good deal of the hydration out, crisped it up a little bit, and then I set that back in that same bowl and then gave it a good rinse, the pan, and then I threw in my vegetables. Alright, so we had our rinse pan. We again sprayed it with a little bit of Pam. We threw in our diced onion, diced bell pepper, and the diced garlic. And we're going to let this just ride out over medium heat for about 5 minutes. And all I was doing here was just checking the pepper with a fork to see if it was tender. It felt like it needed a little bit of more time, and also I didn't want to dry out the vegetables, so I put in a little bit of water and I put the lid on. So now the vegetables seem tender. All I'm going to do is throw back in my tofu that we cooked earlier and just give it a good stir, mix it up, so it's all combined well. And we're just going to let that heat up a little bit. And this whole while, too, we've been on medium heat. I just want to let you guys know that that hasn't changed. And still mixing it up. It's looking good. It's smelling good. And then all we're going to do is we have our Manwich sloppy joe sauce. We're going to add this in. Pour it over. And we're just going to stir that up. Get it all mixed in well. Shake it around. Give it a stir. And the last thing that's going to go in, we're going to let this again heat up. Obviously the sauce, you want it, that was like room temperature, so you want it all to get warm. Leave it on medium heat. Now everything's heated up well, and you're gonna take those diced tomatoes and you're just gonna pour them in and stir them in nice and easy. The thing is, we don't want to break them apart, you know, we want to try to keep the form, and you know, this is going to add a lot of color, it's going to add, you know, a different texture to this sloppy joe. And what I like most about this meal is, yeah, it's something easy, but at the end of the day, you're going to give this to somebody and they're going to know you put in, you know, the extra effort. You know, you put in the onions, the bell peppers, the garlic, and the tomatoes. Like, I had them fresh from my garden. If you don't have that, I'm sure you can go to your local grocery store, get something that's just as good. And look at it, it looks great. And so you're just gonna serve it up now. So here I had some rolls, but also you could serve this over rice, over mashed potatoes. You could put it on sub rolls, put it in wraps. You know, the choice is up to you, so possibilities are endless. I just used a nice big slotted spoon, and you can see these are sloppy joes, but the way I served them up, they're not too sloppy. And then all we're gonna do is, for a little garnish, I put some of those diced onions on the side, and all you're gonna do is just, you know, put some, you know, some diced raw onion on top, and that's about it. I hope you guys enjoy it.
Coco, how was it, good girl? So I got finished. I made the sloppy joes. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I'm sitting here, I'm watching TV now. Really full. It was amazing though. I'm waiting for Max to come home. I'm gonna serve her up, and Coco had a little taste as well. I gave a very small amount. I gave her like a teaspoon because, you know, not that the sloppy joe is necessarily like hot spicy, but there is spices in it, so just a little bit for her. Can't forget about the dog. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you guys enjoyed that recipe. Please give this video a thumbs up and also subscribe to my channel for more recipes to come.